security is one of the critical viewpoints you just mentioned. Is there any fear about the destruction of 2023 election because of this security threat?
No. We are not looking at a substantial disruption of the electoral process. What we are looking at is as a situation where every Nigerian who is eligible to vote and who is willing to vote will have an opportunity of exercising his or her democratic franchise. Now, under Section 26 of the Electoral Act, we have a situation where the law has made a commitment that if persons are displaced or if persons have one challenge or the other and they have been displaced from their natural habitat, that the commission must make provision for them to vote. But as you know, we have substantial issues of banditry in some states of the Federation. We have issues of kidnapping. We have secessionist agitations and so on. So our hope and our prayer is that the various security agencies will neutralize some of these security threats or degrade them substantially to enable people to have confidence that they can go and vote in a peaceful atmosphere. We're also looking at a situation where the political leaders at different levels, both at the local government level, at the state level, and at the federal level, will engage all the agitating groups and will engage all the groups that can be engaged to make sure that nothing disrupts the 2023 general election. So we are hopeful that as we move closer to the election, that we are going to have sufficient peace and sufficient calmness in most states of the Federation that will enable us to deploy. As you are aware, INEC deploys over 1 million ad hoc staff during elections. And these are sons and daughters of people. These are persons who are at the prime of their lives. And we don't want anything untoward to happen to any ad hoc staff that the Commission will deploy. And that is why we are engaging all the security agencies. We are going to engage all the critical stakeholders to make sure that as we move closer to the elections, that we have sufficient confidence that people can go out to vote and vote in a very peaceful atmosphere.
We have started witnessing political campaigns presently, even as we have about a year to the general election. Is there concern about this from INEC, or is it normal?
Well, I think that political parties are free to do their congresses, do their conventions, and do their meetings. These ones are normal and consistent with the Constitution and the Electoral Act. Now, people are also free to aspire to whatever they want to aspire to. It is within their right, their constitutional right, to hold opinion and not to also associate with people of like minds. Our concern is that political parties are not supposed to engage in campaigns at this point in time. But in terms of states that have local government elections, it's also within their right to do their campaigns for the purposes of local government elections. But for political parties, the time for campaigning has not arrived. Because as of today, we are still operating within the existing electoral legal framework that makes it mandatory for political parties to only begin their campaigns 90 days to election. And we don't have 90 days to elections as at now. But if a bill that is pending before the National Assembly is assented to by the President, it changes the dynamic, in which case political parties are obligated to submit the list and personal particulars of their nominated candidates 180 days to the election. So the implication is that when we release the timetable and schedule of activities for the 2023 general election, campaigns may start earlier than they ought to start. But as of today, we don't have candidates in any of the elections. Political parties are not obligated to start their campaigns, but aspirants have the right, constitutionally and otherwise, to aspire to aspire to anything. Is both their constitutional and legal right, so long as some of these things are not really done in public. What is not permitted as of today are campaigning in public. But you can go and meet people of like minds in hotels and so on and so forth. The Commission has nothing to do with that. But campaigning in public is against the law, and the Commission will sanction any political party that engages in public campaign before the ban on campaigns is lifted. This workshop is very, very critical. It's fundamental. It's important to our processes and our procedures. The people who are here are heads of department. They are public affairs officers. They are the face of the commission in most of the states of the federation. They must understand what we do. They must understand our processes. They must understand our procedures. They must know how to talk to the public. They must design and devise new strategies of talking to the public. If we can't communicate to the public, our work will suffer. If the public don't even know what is called BVAS, there's no way we can interface with them. If the public don't know the processes and procedures for continuous voters registration exercise, there's no way we can be in one mind adding them with them. So their responsibility is to understand the commission processes, understand our procedures, and also understand that there are new ways and new methods of communicating messages to the public. That is why we brought them here, and that's why we have gotten resource persons with the requisite knowledge and those who understand modern trends to come and talk to them. You know that the demography of Nigeria has changed. The youth population is huge. If you look at the figure of registrants, you can see that students and young persons are the biggest registrants. So the implication is that we must design and find them. Where are these people? What do they read? What do they listen to? That is why we are here, because they're on the social media. So if our people do not know how to access the social media, there's no way we can talk to them. There's no way we can find them. And that's why we brought them here to look at modern trends in communication technology, modern trends in reaching to the youth population, and also modern ways of doing things. Thank you.